In this video, we'll be having an understanding of social media platform algorithms, how it works, especially from a content creator perspective as you come online. So before I begin to give a breakdown of what you are seeing on the screen, let's come to this very page. You look at things being suggested for me here to watch. You can see them, each of them have their own unique style, except for this very one, which is a sponsored post, which is an advert, and then for this very one, which is also an advert. How do you get this? When you go to your homepage, youtube.com, just youtube.com, don't visit any channel, you will see something like this. Then how do these things work? How do they suggest this thing for us, and how do we also take advantage of it to become better in our own space? Both Facebook, TikTok, and the rest of them, how do they work? We'll be looking at what exactly is the algorithm that does this, and what is algorithm all about, how social media algorithm works, looking at Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. And then we are going to be having an understanding of the major driving force behind this algorithm. How does this force work in suggesting all these things to us, and how we can optimize it to also benefit to our own content creation model? We'll go further. By the end, we'll have a clear understanding of how to optimize it using different features like the title, thumbnail, description, and the rest of them. So we'll first look at what exactly is an algorithm. An algorithm is simple. It's a set of rules that is aimed at solving a particular problem or perform a particular task. Just from the case of the computer is, when you Google it, you get to see it there. But the interesting part of it is, how does this algorithm works on each of these platforms? Now I will first start with Facebook. There are some key things you need to watch out for. There are a lot of features that you need to look out for. You will need to look at, for the whole of this concept, you need to understand what actions are, what views are, what engagements are, what audience retention are, what reach. When we talk about reach, it's just like suggestion. You get to see it in practical terms now. Their demography, which covers location, niche, mindset, and age. I'll first start with Facebook. When I go to Facebook now, my Facebook page. When you go on your Facebook page, you need to understand that there is what we call an insight, both on your professional dashboard and your Facebook page. If you're on the phone, you get to see it there. As interesting as this information can be that you are seeing here, has a very big effect on how Facebook suggests your page, suggests your content to people that get to view it. Let me come down here. When we talk about demography, I made mention of age. When I look at my content here, let's go to the main insight. You can see this one is talking about reach. So it means before Facebook suggests your page or your content to people, you must first have a reach. That means on the initial stage, people might not know you, and the system will first suggest your page to people that have some information about you or people you are watching. Or if you have them in your contact, it will first suggest them to you. That is why the concept of follow for follow is not advisable, because if you have people who are following you who don't have interest in what you are posting, you are just making the system press your page down. That is the truth. So with the 1K subscriber on my channel, on this Facebook page, I have about 5.8K view. So all these things are very, very important. If they watch it, it will first show to them. If they watch it, it moves them to 3 seconds. If they watch for 3 seconds, the system records it. If they watch for 1 minute, the system records it. And if they watch for more than 1 minute, the system records it. And with this recording of this information is what the system will use to store what we call cookies on their system. Then when next you post, it suggests your content to them. It will interest you to know that even with a 1 million followers on Facebook, you might not even get the necessary views you are looking for, because The people that will be watching your content that will make you grow on YouTube or Facebook might not necessarily be your followers or subscribers. You are getting to see this now, because look at it, 5k, 5 point something k, which is a reach, which means my content is being suggested to these people. And depending on the action they take, it has effect on me. If they watch for 3 seconds, it has an effect. If they watch for 2 seconds, it has an effect. If they watch, so the system only records from 3 seconds and above. So when they swipe away, next time the system will not suggest my page to them. Then when you come down here, you get to see their age bracket. So the age bracket of the people watching your content matters a lot. If they are young people and you are posting entertaining related content, you have a higher chance of holding on to them. If there are people within this particular age range, you can see this is the age range of the people watching my content, you can see. So people within the age of 65 is very small. Anything above 40, the number reduces. So majorly on Facebook, the larger percentage of people on Facebook are young people. So you agree with me that most of the people on Facebook are young people, and there is a higher chance that most of them are going to be students, and also men, with a proportion of women. When we go on TikTok, you will see another different demography. So the algorithm in this process is talking about rules, and most of the time we think the rules are being set by the system. The bitter truth there is the real rules are the people that are on this platform. They are the ones that are deciding what happens. So if you have a content that appeals to a younger set of people and they take more action on your content, you have a higher chance of growing. That is why recently you see people who post about how to make money on Facebook growing rapidly. Even if you don't have anything to post, just be posting how to make money on Facebook. All of a sudden, everybody is interested. Before you know, the system will recognize you. So that is how the system works. It looks at the type of the content you are posting. It studies you from the one that you create that page, and it picks up from there. So if you are posting funny content, that is why you see the top content creators are people, comedians, and the rest of them, because it appeals to a wider audience. So if you have an audience that, like my type of content, that doesn't appeal to a wider audience, not everybody is a DJ, you will get to see that your performance is going to be very slow and it will not be viral. The same thing on Instagram. When I go on Instagram, you get to see the same thing. On Instagram, it's very difficult to grow, because on Instagram, the largest percentage of people on Instagram are very serious-minded people. You get to see people that are of higher age compared to Facebook. That is why it's very difficult for a lot of people to grow on Instagram. And mostly people on Instagram are business mindset people. You will not see students much on Instagram. So that is the truth. So the type of content you are posting will affect you a lot on each of these platforms. That is why you need this video to have this understanding. Then their location. When we are talking about location, when you look at this location, you get to see all these cities here. And let me go to countries so that you get to see. You see Nigeria, Burundi, Ghana, and the rest of them, Mozambique, Kenya. This is it. There are a lot of factors that drive these particular top countries that watch your content. And this is what also determines your fate on this platform, which is part of what the system will study you, and it will see how it can promote you, or you will remain at a particular level for a very long period of time. When you look at this here, you get to see 90%, almost all these countries are English speaking countries. They have a proportion of English speaking. You will not see Cotonou here, you will not see Togo here, you will not see Benin Republic here, you will not see Cameroon here, you will not see Niger Republic here. These countries are francophone speaking. Since my content are mostly English related, you cannot see them here, because even when it suggests, they turn away, and as time goes on, the system narrow my suggestion to people who understand English and who have interest in what I'm doing. That is why you are seeing this. So this is the algorithm. This is telling you feedback of what is actually going on your page. And even when it comes to the type of content you post, if you are posting funny related content, or if you are watching funny related content, the system will automatically dictate your page as a funny, and whenever somebody watches a funny content, the next thing to do is going to be suggesting more funny content to that person. So that is how these things work for the aspect of Facebook. Then the case of Instagram is the same thing. It's just that the problem with Instagram is mostly for more serious-minded people compared to Facebook. That is why if you want to do serious business, Instagram is the best option compared to Facebook. That is it for Facebook now. I'll go to Twitter. I'll go to TikTok. When I come on TikTok, you get to see another different ball game altogether. This is my homepage oversight. You can see when I come down here, this is my analytics for TikTok. Is under tiktok.com/business suite. For the case of Facebook, when you go on Facebook, it's business.facebook.com if you're on laptop. But if it is on the app, you can just go to it directly. You go to just your creator insight. So in my own case, it's a business account. When I come down here, you get to see how people's just 24 views, 4 likes, and the rest of them. For the case of TikTok, what TikTok does is when you post your content, it first shows your content to people who are on your contact list. If you have followers, good and fine. If you don't have followers, it first suggests your content to people on your contact list. That is people who you have their phone numbers. That is how TikTok operates. Not like the case of Facebook where it suggests to people who are your friends from your main profile. You can see the difference now. Then when you come down, when I decide to click on this page, you are going to be looking at all this aspect of thumbnail and the rest of them as time goes on. Then when you click, if I click on this very one, you can see, you see 31 reach. That for this post, it means it was shown to 31 people, and then 39 even viewed it. It means more people viewed it than even the people that it showed to. And if you look at the average views, it's 7 point something seconds, which is what we call audience retention. It means people really develop interest and the 5 people watch it, even with a small view. So these are the type of things that determine your fate. When I come down here, you can see the audience retention. You can see. So even toward the end, a few people still watch it, 1 person, but this is where the audience retention is. So if you post content that are long form on TikTok, you will likely have problem because the audience retention of people on TikTok is very small. They are mostly young people, and people who watch content on TikTok are mostly people who are seeking for fun. That is why the audience retention is very, very low. This means you can see how the type of people on the platform is affecting your performance. For Facebook, they have a little much more audience retention compared to TikTok. So if you are posting content about learning certain things, you might be lucky enough and you might really have a poor performance even on TikTok because they mostly like entertainment. Then if I come down here, you get to see the age range. You see the larger proportion of people on TikTok are between the ages of 18 to 24. You can see 59% who watch this particular content. And if you look at it again, you can see for this video is 9 point something for male, and then female 70 point something. But if I go to the overall performance here, let me come to audience here, you get to see one interesting part. If I come to overall performance here, you can see male 66, female 33. You can see the ratio of female on TikTok is higher than male for the case of TikTok. You can see the difference now. And the age bracket is between 25 to 34 compared to Facebook. Let me go to Facebook and show you the age range. You get to see, you can see the same 24 to 34, 24 to 34. So mostly young people on TikTok and Instagram. Sorry, TikTok and Facebook, while a much more matured mind are on Instagram. Now you can see the location again. You can see you will not see francophone speaking countries here. Very simple. Yes, because of the language barrier, you will not see Indians, you will not see people who don't speak English on my top list. So this is how it affects you. So if your content are for French speaking countries, it's going to be mostly French speaking countries, depending on the language and even on the location. It's breakdown. Then if I go on Twitter, when I come on Twitter, my demography on Twitter is not really strong yet, but this also has its own effect. When you come to this very video, you see this video has just 13 views. It's an entertainment. You can see this is a graphic related feature. As I said, you can see, as I said, you need to optimize 36 within the first 24 hours. Then if I come down to this very one, you can see how this very one is having 369 views within how many just within 2 days with just an average of just 4 followers on Twitter. So you can see how most of these things work. And your audio quality also matters. Don't worry, we're going to look at all those things, because what has affected this very video with this poor performance is the audio quality. This one, audio quality, but this very one, the audio has less sound on it. When I decide to play, just watch, listen to how clean the sound is. So you can see it's a dance tech related video having all the necessary features to catch people's attention. So that is how you create engaging content for people to watch. Then let's now go to YouTube. By the time I'm look at the Instagram feature I'm talking about here. When I go on Instagram, you see just 331. I have almost 331 posts but just 32 followers. That means the behavior of people who have access to my Instagram channel, they have their own way of behaving. That is how this thing is having effect on my own content, and which I need to work on to adjust. Instagram and Twitter are mostly driven by hashtags. When you check my video, I don't have much dedicated hashtag. The type of hashtag you use on Instagram is different from the type of hashtag you use on Twitter. When I come down here, there are certain things I notice. You notice Instagram hashtag, sometimes you need capital letter and a mix of capital letter and small letter. When I come down, this particular video that performs very well to 300 something, you notice something about the hashtag. When I come to it, you see a combination of capital and small letter, a combination of capital and small letter, a combination of capital and small letter, a combination of... So that is how these little things matters a lot to optimizing your performance on this platform. Let's now go to YouTube. I'll go back to YouTube now. When I look at the demography, that means the location of people watching, you can see how the whole thing play. When I go to long video, just watch. When you look at long video, they are mostly English speaking countries. Countries where the major percentage of the people speak English. But when I go on short, you notice something. You can see India there. You can see Russia there. Why? Because my short video are mostly entertainment related video. I don't talk much. So it's very easy for them to connect with music than videos where I talked about things, explaining things, because they will not understand what I'm saying much. So they will need to work with the subtitle feature, and they wouldn't want to go through the stress. Not everybody has the energy to go through that. Then here is the interesting part of what I want to show you when it comes to posting your content. The time in which, when you look at the suggestion and the countries, try to take note of the time which they are mostly online. You get to see how it affects your views. When you post, in this case, I cannot post my video around 12 a.m. If I post, most of them are not online. So the best time for me to post is going to be between 6 to at most 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Because I will also calculate the time in which it will take the system to begin to suggest my content to people. Because if I'm not careful, if I post too late, by the time the system will begin to give them notification or suggest to my people viewing it, is going to be late, and at the end of the day, that video will not get the necessary performance I'm looking for. So all this little information matters a lot. You can see the dates and everything. So while you post, you take note of all these things. Go to your dashboard, look at all this information. The analytics will really help you. And here is another interesting trick here. Because the system is meant to study you from day one. As you are posting or as you watch content on the platform, you begin to see what we call inspiration, which is the same thing feature which is available on TikTok now, that they call it creator insight. You must have seen a video on that. It tells you what people are looking for. It means if I want to create content that connect with people, that people will watch, that when the system suggests to them they will watch, I need to focus on these topics. Look at them. And I'm going to prove to you now. When I go back to the dashboard, you can see it's telling me the topics I need to post on, what people are looking for. Because the primary essence of posting is, while you try to market yourself, you cannot just be marketing yourself on the internet foolishly. You need to do it, you need to be calculative on your content creation model, as I've said earlier in my last video, on how you package the information using your title and the rest of them. title and the rest of them is where this one comes into play, and even what the content is about. The repetition of words in your content over and over again will determine the type of people your content is going to be suggested to, whether they are watching it for the first time or for the second time or for the third time. This will also affect your returning viewers and people who are constantly watching. So, and the people that will determine your growth are mostly new viewers. Let me come back here to prove to you. You get to see it here. You see, the returning viewers from my YouTube channel is just, even with the 2K plus followers, is just 1K. But the main people watching are 9 point something K. You can see how powerful it is. So you can see the graph here, the returning viewers, you can see them on a daily basis 200, but the real people, new people coming that are generating the traffic are new. You can see the last one is 590 something. I'll go back to the content now. Let me go back to the dashboard now. I'm going to prove to you that the heading really matters a lot. When I posted this video, you can see, look at the heading, virtual DJ so be juggling. Let me come down here. You can see it had 400 and something views. I posted this particular short video. You can see how the title affects this video. This video say all music and noise, but watch this. Even with the way I tried to imagine making it interesting, but it never got the views that I looked for. You can see the performance very view. But when I mentioned that particular keyword, which is DJ mixing tutorial, I mentioned virtual DJ in it. You can see it got 298 views. You can see in this case I just mentioned how to count beat. I didn't mention virtual DJ. You can see the performance was very low. So all these little things affect your performance. You can see how to set up sounds, effect, and the rest of them. You got it. When I go to short, you can see this video and this video are the same. Sorry, this video is here. Okay, this video and this video are the same, but you can see the performance difference. This very one got a lot of views, 290 something. This one got a very small view. So what makes the difference? Hashtags, little stuff like the title and the rest of them. I say how to practice DJing. You can see. So the system has a particular time which it triggers this information. You see how to practice DJing. As at the time I post that particular video, this practice DJing was the top keyword here. As you are seeing it here, this one wasn't here. So that is why this particular video got this lot of view. It was a deliberate test I did, which you call A/B testing. I posted using this keyword that is raining, which is how to practice DJing on laptop. Then I now used the virtual DJ tutorial on laptop to see which one will perform better. So you can see this little adjustment. Now that this very one is here, remember one thing you need to take notice: the system works on 24-hour basis. The first 24 hours you post your video, the system will try to suggest it to people to watch. If they don't watch after 24 hours, it begins to reduce the number of people that it is suggesting to. By the end of, especially for short video, by the end of 24 hours, it will stop suggesting to people. So this means if you post a video, try to optimize it, try to go to this particular site based on the discussion you have, and try to use keywords that are here. By so doing, you'll be triggering the system to suggest it to people that have interest in it. It means this is what people are looking for. So if you put these keywords on it, it increases what we call click-through rate. When they click, the system recognizes that, okay, people have interest in this, let me suggest it to more people. That is how the system works. That is why most content creators will tell you, like and subscribe, click, do this, drop your comment, and the rest of them. All those little things matters. That is what the algorithm is. It's not an imaginary script that is running on the background. Yes, the imaginary script is on the background, but it only works with the instruction that people are behaving to it. So it ranges, as I've said, it ranges from the location of your viewers, your niche. If you are posting a content that appeals to a wide niche entertainment, you have that advantage. If it is narrowed down, so don't be intimidated when you don't have a lot of followers on your content. Be more focused on trying to provide that value that will make them engage with you. It's better than So there are two major strategies on content creation, as I've said. You are either interested in just getting traffic, or you are interested in the real business side of it. So getting traffic is one side, and the real business side of it is another side. So the real traffic, the traffic, you might just be interested in becoming an influencer, having a lot of followers without really providing a direct service for them to pay, or building a network of people that are really interested in what you're doing. That is what I'm actually doing. That's why I'm not much interested in becoming an influencer, providing real value. So each of these has its advantage and disadvantage. So the decision is left for you to pick a particular model of content creation you want to work with. That is why in the case of Instagram tried to be very, very strict on their own platform, so that they don't give people room to go there and be doing anyhow. Then, as I've said, we have seen everything. We have seen the title. I've explained the concept of the title, where you have to visit this particular point, that is the creator insight for TikTok and your search insight. That means your inspiration for YouTube, to see what people are searching for, because you need to post what people are looking for, not just posting things anyhow, copying random things and posting. You need to look at your thumbnail. Your thumbnail matters a lot. That is why I talk about Canva. The link will be in the description box of this video, where you have to design your own thumbnail. I'm going to show you a practical example now. So when I come on Canva here, I click on projects. You need to know that you need to develop your own template on how you want the system to see you. If I come down here, that is why this platform is very, very important. You can design if you look at this particular one, if I click it, just watch. If I click it, you will see that I have developed. So you will see that I have developed a template for my own thumbnail. You can see, very nice, simple. The thumbnail is very nice, simple. If you must put any extra detail, let it be minimal as possible. Very simple thumbnail setup that all you need to do is you just need to click duplicate. When you duplicate, you just do little adjustment to it. You notice that I'm maintaining that consistency on my thumbnail, so that the moment somebody watch it the first time, the next subsequent time, the third time, he connects with it, and whenever he sees the thumbnail, he will want to come back to watch what you are posting, as the content is being suggested. There are people that will not really bother to even pay attention in detail, but the thumbnail alone will grab their attention to watch, at least for the first 5 seconds, even if you are not making sense. That is how the system gets to identify with you. And who are the system? They are the people that are interacting with your content outside your own page, either on Facebook, TikTok, and the rest of them. So the same thing for both YouTube, TikTok, and the rest of them. They have their different sizes for thumbnail and even the sizing. There are people that by just seeing their faces alone, they are already a brand. This is what the concept of branding is about. We are actually talking about branding here for the concept of this thumbnail. So you get to see it. In this case, I can decide to change this one now. I will just come here. All I do is I will just duplicate it. We are going to do a simple thumbnail design here. I don't need to go through the stress. I'm already having it. I'll just come here. I will say understanding social media algorithm. I'll just paste. I'll reduce the size. You can see, in less than a few seconds, I'm done with my thumbnail design. I'll just copy the social media handles, because I want people to watch it. By the time they see Facebook, I can decide to put the logos of the platforms. You can see. So you can see in less than a few minutes, I'm done with my thumbnail design. All I have to do is I will just copy the name here, paste it here, and then you will see this thumbnail on this particular video. So you can see I've just set up a very simple thumbnail. Within few minutes, I click download. I can save it as a PNG file, or I can save it as a JPEG file. So each of them have its own advantage. I try to test run with both. You can make up to 2 to 3 thumbnails for your video to run an A/B testing. I'm going to show you how the A/B testing work. This is number 9. Click done. download. I tried to run with PNG format a couple of times too, because PNG, the advantage of PNG file is PNG has higher quality compared to normal JPEG. That is the advantage. So the picture has a possibility of becoming sharper with the PNG file if you are posting. Even when it comes to printing, people are advised to use PNG files. So I download it. So my thumbnail is ready within few minutes. So I've handled the aspect of thumbnail design in this particular platform, you can see. Then, so when you are posting for a long video like this, if I come to this place, I come to edit, you get to see it. You see where I have suggestion for thumbnail. I think even Facebook too has it. If I click change now, I can decide to change it here, or if I decide to click like this, you see it tells me auto generate. I can make the system generate a thumbnail for me, or I can do what you call test and compare. So you run what is called A/B testing. Let me go to my other video. I have a video where I run an A/B test for a thumbnail. I'm going to show you how to get for short form video too. When I come here, you get to see this video has two thumbnails. When you come down, you get to see, you see I have two thumbnails running. So test A, test B. The system will now pick the one that people are picking the most. It's still running the test. You can see it's telling me running. At the end of the day, it will settle for the ones that people are actually clicking the most. So all these things are very important. Even Facebook too has provision for A/B testing for your title of video. Then when you come to short form videos, thumbnail for YouTube is not available. All you need to do is you need to make this. Let me click this for you to see. You need to make sure that what you want to be the heading of your video appears within the first 3 to 5 seconds. That is how it will appear here. So make it on the screen, on the video, within the first 3 to 5 seconds. Let me play the video for you. So you can see exactly within 3 seconds the thumbnail appears. You can see it. So it automatically pick within the first 3 seconds of your video. It will pick it to be your thumbnail, while TikTok will allow you to change the thumbnail by yourself. So I think Twitter also has the same principle of picking a thumbnail by itself. You can see the same thing within the first 3 seconds. So that is how all these systems operate. And then with that, I've looked at the concept of hashtag. We have seen location, we have seen the age bracket, we have seen thumbnail. Then description of your video, you need to be decisive. You need to mention some particular keyword. Like in the case of this video I'll be posting, this one I'm recording now, I'm going to copy this same thing to put it in the description box, because when people are going to be searching, the script of the search engine will run on the background and it's going to be seeing this keyword, Facebook and the rest of them. That is what is going to use to pick the answer that it will show you as you search on Google or on YouTube, to provide this as an answer to what you are looking for. Maybe you want to understand how this system works and how to get the best from it. So I'm going to be giving space so that the words, the system is able to identify them as word, not as a junk. So all these little things matters a lot. Then with that, you need to look at your size, the sizes you are working with. If it is short, you work with the size for short. If it is long, you work with the size for long. Don't carry the size for long and post it as a short form content like 9:16. You might be creating problem for yourself. Like if you are doing a short video for YouTube, the video must not be more than a minute. That means it mustn't exceed 60 seconds. It shouldn't even be 60 seconds. So you cannot carry a video that is 60 seconds and convert it to 9:16 and post on YouTube and expect it to perform. It will not perform. That is why it is called short form content. Then you cannot carry a video that is supposed to be long form and put it in 9:16 and expect it to perform well on YouTube. It will not. So try to know the sizes of each of these platforms and how you post it. That is why the concept of content repurposing is very important. You repurpose, you try to follow the certain guidelines of each of those platforms, their size, format, and the rest of them. And don't forget to always follow their rules. Avoid certain keywords that are harsh Avoid keywords that promote violence. Avoid keywords that encourages scam, keywords that encourages pornography, keywords that encourages all sort of things. Try to follow the rules and you'll be happy you do. I believe at this video you've learned something very, very important that will really help your performance on this social media platform. So catch you in my next video. Though the video is long, I believe more will be coming. I'm going to be breaking down some more concepts as time goes on. So see you in my next video. Once again, thank you.